Hello, everyone. Personally, I have arrived home safe. I think that's a personal win. So, and I will and I think nominate Samuel. Miss Kana, did you nominate someone? Yes, I did. Yeah, Samuel. I thought
Samuel.
yeah. Did I say?
Okay. Samuel, can you share us your weekly wins? I think we can nominate someone else because I don't think he can hear us.
Alright, so should I do nominate someone else?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, I think let me choose Ahmed as my L.
Okay, thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So for my personal wins for this week, I think I was taking the SAT test from 2 weeks or something, and I just saw my score. So I got 1390. I think that's my personal win. Yeah, I think that's all for this week. And also, okay. Since I was really busy with my school, I wasn't really solving on good forces. I used to solve a lot of questions before, and also I think I started from this week to solve more problems. So yeah, those are the new things I had during this week. So let me nominate Abinet.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed. So for my win this week, I don't think I have anything actually. I mean, it's been a while since I watched the movie. I watched the movie this week. if that is a win actually. So yeah, I think I should pass it just for someone. Maybe Galila, Galila David.
Okay, thank you, Avinet. Hey everyone. So for this week, actually the win just happened today. I had a presentation, final project presentation, and it did go well. So I guess that's gonna be my win. Thank you. Uh, I'll nominate Ayana.
Okay, so thank you, Galila. From my side, I work out regularly for this week, so maybe I can count that as a personal win. So
Yeah, thank you, Ayana. I think uh, I can thank everyone who shared their personal wins, and we can move on to the next part, which is the organizational updates, which is going to be presented by Emre.
Thank you very much, team. So when we take a look at the wins of the week, we announced the 5th batch of positions at Eskalate. And we have also successfully completed the performance report evaluation for Team Core Dev. And based on that, we took some actions. When it comes to the product migrations, Adot and AfroChat migrations also got completed. We are doing some product improvements on them. And RateEat SkillBridge are still going on. And PrepPro, IMCI, and HakimHub products are currently waiting. And when it comes to product improvements, there has been great improvements we have made for Akil, Eskalate, and A2SV website. Indeed, many of them are going to be live quite soon, hopefully today. And when we take a look at the plans for the next week, product improvements are going to continue with AfroChat and SkillBridge. Eskalate 4th and 5th batch interviews are going to take place, and we are going to make a product review for SkillBridge. And for the in-person education group's performance review did not take place this week, unfortunately, because our education leaders were busy with some schoolwork. And likewise, we still didn't get the report for the education squad members. So these things are going to be conducted next week. And on Tuesday, I'm going to be flying to Rwanda. And team, also, there is one big announcement I need to make. If you remember, months ago, we have arranged $500,000 of a budget to run our operations for 6 months and make our smooth transition to Rwanda. So Rwandan government has stated that from the beginning, they wanted our operations. They are going to support us. Once we made the migration, they start saying that, oh, we don't have the money at the moment, but don't worry, we will find the support. And team, with that 6 months of budget, we have run our operations for 8 months. Still, we got zero support. And we didn't get any good news from our fundraising efforts in other channels as well. As a result, we are running out of money again. And this time, instead of forcing things, we decided to wind down things peacefully. So when I go to Rwanda, we are going to have the operations for closure. And at the end of April, unfortunately, A2SV is not going to continue operations. It is simply because the alumni, which are making six-figure money, the rich people, organizations, government in Africa, they don't hear our call. And this is not something I can personally take anymore. Therefore, unless somebody or an organization hears us, makes a substantial cash investment, otherwise A2SV will no longer be able to continue operations by the end of this month. So I know this is not good news. I did my best. Many of our members also did their best, but results didn't come to you. And the promises that we have been told are not satisfied. We started operations, education in the University of Rwanda and AUCA. Everything we have said on our end, we have done. But what we have heard from Ministry of ICT, from Minister and other high-level people, we didn't get any actions from Rwandan government. And this has brought us to this point. If things change in 1 month, we will see. But right now, there is no indication. Therefore, I want everybody to be prepared. Thank you very much for everybody's efforts. I will continue until the end of the month. People who are willing to continue can continue. But this is the current state we are in, team. And feel free to reach out to me individually if you have any questions about the situation. But this is where we are. After some time, again, there is no money left in our bank. And yeah, I wasn't expecting us to come this point, especially after getting a promise from a minister. But this is Africa. This is what it is. Thank you very much. If you have any questions or points, please feel free to raise. Yes, Ahmed. Next, Joshua.
I just have one question. Is A2SV going to stop next month for also the remote and Ethiopian one, or only Rwanda?
No, all operations, because we don't have financial resources. Of course, I cannot guarantee if things change in this month, if they actually satisfied their promise and bring financial resources, of course, we can continue the operations. But at the moment, there is no indication of that. Thank you. Joshua.
Oh, thank you, Emery. Okay, so just a concern, because I see that from the plans, you are planning to continue batch 4 interviews for Eskalate and 5. Are we allowed to apply in that case, or can't we just see how we can arrange that one internally and something like that?
Well, for non-Ethiopian members, we have plans. So you don't have to make this application for these batches. But starting next week, for the future batches, we have some plans for non-Ethiopian and not just Ethiopian. There are 40 banned countries for members that are not from those countries. We have plans.
All right.
Any other questions or points, team? If not, thank you very much. We can continue.
So thank you, Emery, for the updates. Let's continue with Rwanda education updates. It's going to be presented by Amel. Amel, can you hear us? Okay, so I think Amir is not yet in the meeting. I think we can continue. We're going to continue with fundraising updates. It's going to be presented by Dr. Andre. If we have Dr. Andre in the meeting, he can share us the updates.
Alan, actually, you can see who is in the meeting. There is a meeting list. Amir was not part of the meeting. Dr. Andre is also not part of the meeting. You can see from the attend list.
Okay, so let's continue with human resource updates. Is going to be presented by Dev. It's in the meeting. I don't think he's not also in the meeting, I guess. So let's continue. So the next is Ethiopia education updates. It's going to be presented by Fami.
Okay, I'll be presenting it for Ethiopian education today. So for the past week on the G7 side, we give binary search lecture and also how to approach sessions. And one unique thing we did was we had a trial contest throughout the schools, which was a really fun experience both for the students and also for the heads. And it was a successful contest. And that was the overall experience for G7 education. And for G6 secondary education, we did PRD review sessions, database design, and also Figma design, which will be finalized on the upcoming week. And for the plans on next week, on D7 we plan to have 14-2 lecture, and also we will be continuing with how to approach sessions. And for T6 secondary education, we're gonna continue with the start of the backend implementation, and also we're gonna continue with Figma design and try to finalize it next week. And the other is conduct the fifth round of internal interviews, and that's for the plan next week. And if you guys have any questions, if not, thank you.
Thank you, Fami, for Ethiopian education updates. Let's continue with remote education updates presented by Abenet.
Okay, hello team. So I'll be giving remote education updates for both G6 and G7. So for our wins for the week, G6 MVP demo session, two teams needed more time. So there are some minor tasks remaining. So we had to push it for next week. For Camp 1 kickoff ceremony, it was a major success. It was held on Monday and it went very smoothly. We honored best performers for the first education phase, as well as top teams. We also covered both part 1 and part 2 lectures for of linked list, held how to approach sessions, practice sessions, and mock sessions as well. Weekly contests are underway for both G6 and G7 students. For our plan, we will conduct the MVP demo session for G6, and we will have a mini contest on Tuesday for G7 remote students. Part 1 and part 2 lectures on stack use and monotonicity will be covered. We also plan to have more practice and moonwalk sessions. Finally, we will have a contest for both G6 and G7. So this is everything from remote education side. If you have questions, you're welcome. If not, Alan, back to you.
Thank you, Abenet, for remote education updates. We're going to continue with core dev updates. It's going to first, we are going to hear about RateEat, and it's going to be presented by Nathaniel.
Thank you, Alan. So for the wins of RateEat, we have started implementation on onboarding screen. That's for the redesigned onboarding screen. We have also progressed on implementing feedback from restaurants onboarding review session. We've also increased the test coverage on the web, mobile, and the backend. We've also continued injecting restaurants to the database. We've been implementing business dashboard page improvements. We were not able to have a review session for the pitch deck, so we hope to have that next week. We are currently in progress in terms of deploying RateEat web app. For our plans, we do plan to have a review session for the pitch deck, and we have a plan to implement the redesigned and the redesign on the homepage on mobile. We also plan to deploy the recent application on Play Store and App Store. We also plan to implement feedback from restaurant onboarding review session, continue injecting restaurants to the database, and of course deploying the RateEat web app. So those are our wins and plans for RateEat. If you have any questions, please feel free to raise them.
Thanks, Nathaniel, for RateEat updates. We're going to continue with Adot, and it's going to be presented by Ayana.
Okay, thank you, Alan. I'm gonna present you weekly wins for Adots and plans as well. So we migrated GCP bucket file upload to Cloudinary, since we are migrating our server from GCP to Vercel. So the next one is we updated translation from GCP translator to Gemini, and also we migrated GCP Cloud tasks to background runner, and also we managed to increase test coverage across mobile, backend, and web, and we also reviewed our Adot dashboard, and as well as we analyzed doctor vital management for patients, and we made social media posts on the Telegram. For a plan for next week, we are going to prepare consistent medical contents across our social medias, and also we will continue deep medical review, and also we will work on test coverage across mobile, backend, and the web, and also we will continue searching for grant applications, and we will add more statics on our dashboard as well, and then we are planning to deploy staging environment for testing feature from backend side. So these are our wins and plans. So if you have any question, you can raise.
Thanks, Anna. If there is no question, we can move on to the next product, which is Akil, which is going to be presented by Awol.
Okay, hello everyone. So I'm going to present Akil's weekly wins and plans. So let me start from the mobile side. So I've implemented new job application portal for applicants and fixed Google authentication issues that was raised because of our recent backend changes. And I've implemented new combined opportunity page for our latest recent opportunity changes in the popular opportunities. And I've also deployed latest changes to both Play Store and the App Store. From a website, we've refined landing page. So we did fixed responsive layout, standardized CTAs, rendered footer gear dynamically, and we've improved visuals and animations, and I've also added localizations. From backend side, we've replaced cluster which with Cloudflare and adopt concurrency to reduce latency. And from website, we've also implemented opportunity replicate feature that allows organization to create new opportunity by copying the content from previously created opportunity. And we're still implementing new onboarding process for organizations, representative, private clients, and applicants alongside with updated role management. Our plans are we're going to implement organization representatives management section with newly updated workflow in the UI on both web and backend. And we're going to implement organization dashboard page by converting sections into server-side components on web. And we're going to implement in-app chat feature that allows organization applicants to communicate. And we're going to re-implement profile sections and the management on web and mobile. And we're going to also implement test account and a guest account for private client and organizations. And as usual, we're going to post and promote new job opportunities. And if there are any changes, we'll deploy last changes on platforms. And if you have questions, you can ask.
Thank you. Now, if there is no more question, we can move on to Eskalate, which is going to be presented by Joshua. I think we don't have Joshua here, so we can move on to Dime, which is going to be presented by Belkis.
Am I done? So for this week's update, we're on the backend side. On the website, we have a major implementation for the new landing page. And next, we have also finalized the landing page content, including the about in the team section with the localization, and also we restructured the architecture to improve the project cleanness and so on and so on. Additionally, we also have on the mobile side, on the exchange rates specifically, we added the day ranger in order for the user be able to pick from 13 days or 15 days or a week, so that he can more zoomly can focus on the exchange rate graph. And next, on the backend side, we have set up a cron job schedule on the new cloud. And next, we have also completed in depth research and started implementation of centric pay, and continuing with that for the test coverage of web, we have improved it to be increased by about 75%. And for the plan, first, as much as possible, addressing all the comments that was given by Imre. And next is polishing and completing the landing page that I have mentioned earlier on the web. And next is to research on how to retrieve the current information. And next we have, and also as always, continue in enhancing the test coverage across the backend, web, and the mobile. And last but not least, we also continue on the implementation of the centric pay since we started this week. And yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you, Belkis, for time updates. Next, we have SkillBridge. It's going to be presented by Josue.
Okay, thanks, Ale. I'm going to present SkillBridge weekly wins and plans. For this week, we finished. We continue doing the quality and the control assurance procedures for us just to align every single points and everything of feature that we're having that is working perfectly for it to be ready for the reviews. We might have a family probably next week. And then we did also the interactive internal testing of the web and mobile app. Actually, you're just trying, as I said, we're trying to double check every single feature that is implemented already, and then we see if there are issues that we need to fix, and then for us to still align with the reviews that we may have next week. And then we had enforced the use of control custom logger in our services and controllers, because we most of our backend were still using the console logs and console errors, and then now we see that okay, we implemented the custom logger, and then now we had to enforce everything using the custom logger that we did also this week. We also started doing the migration of our backend container to Railways. So because the GCP, so we need to move on also to Railways for the backend, and then probably the front end will be moved to Supercell. And then next we fixed a couple of bugs in the web portal, actually, because we found some mismatch on, let's say, learning path and the authentication, and then we also have to fix them. I think this was due to the interactive internal testing we are doing. So we did solve some bugs. And then problem related with custom concepts. Also, we also had to align a few points about it. Some courses were not popping up, then we need to fix those up. And then yeah, those were the wins for this week. And then the plan for next week. Now we are planning to migrate our backend container to Railways, as I said, as we started it, but we'll probably finish it next week. And then we do also continue the final internal testing for entire product to Climax Cora 1 deliverable. So we will be doing the internal testing of the mobile app, both the iOS and Android, the web landing page, the student web portal, and then admin web portal, just to align everything that are working and are also connected, from checking the super user capabilities, admin capabilities, and also the reviewers, what they can do and stuff like that. And then we also continue doing the content generation for the courses, because as I said, we have some issues with some courses that were there that they are not aligning with the structure we are having. So we have to align those one and also generate more content for courses, because there are some courses also that are not so yet having proper content. Yeah, and then we also do continue doing the tests, weekly contest. Actually, yes. Also, we are planning also to do the custom contest also, so that we can check before going live. And then we also continue working on the exam module. Yeah, exam module. This is the mock exam and also the previous exam modules, which we are continuing to working on and also probably checking it. Yeah, I think that was it for this week, and then the plan for next week. I don't know if there is any question. Then, if not, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Josue, for the SkillBridge updates. Next, we have PrepPro. It's going to be presented by Ayob.
Okay, so hi guys, my name is Salome. I'm from PrepPro. So this week we have integrated the session endpoints and scheduling flow for the mobile side, and also we have successfully integrated the setting endpoints into the system, and also for the website, we have implemented the sessions or lessons creation on the calendar on the homepage for ease of use. And also we have implemented a dark mode and responsive features across devices for the website. And also we have implemented a real-time notification system for immediate alerts. And also we have implemented Google Calendar integration plan on the backend. Yeah, so for next week, we plan to work on the dark mode and continue integration. Um, Then we plan to work on email verification code and oaths for backend. And we also plan to work on notification system, which will be coordinated by the backend. And also we plan to have a review meeting with Emery and our clients. So yeah, these are our updates from our team. If you guys have any question, you can raise them.
Thank you, Salome. If there's no more questions, the next product is going to be IMCI, which is going to be presented by Afomia.
So for our team IMCI, the wins we have for this week, we have verified the classification logic for the child tree, and we used some comprehensive tests, and we have advanced the development of immunization integration for the mobile platform, and we implemented Telegram-based sign-in and login functionalities for the web application. And we completed the initial build of the web landing page, and we also resolved and updated the classification logic for the young infant. So these are the wins, and the plans we have for the coming week includes we are going to conduct post-update testing on the young infants assessment module to ensure the accuracy, and we're going to debug and resolve existing issues within the web follow-up system, and we are going to develop and integrate the remaining sign-in and login authentication methods, and we also plan to begin build the dashboard interface for the mobile application. So these are the plans and wins for IMCI team, and if you have any question about this plans and wins, I'm here. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you, Afomia. If there is no more question, we can move on to the next, which is HakimHub, and it's going to be presented by David.
Okay. Hey team, can you hear me? Okay. Our wins are expand the unit and the small test coverage for the working in the web application. and the other is documents, the payload and the module architecture and the specific use cases. So the others are on progress; they are not covered. The others are implementation of an admin approval workflow for hospital registration in the backend. Consult with a doctor of Zoom. We didn't get in touch with Zoom. We will do that for the payment processing strategy. Integrate payment functionality into mobile in the web application. They are also still in progress. So our next week plans will gonna be conduct visit to Zoom, consult for the payment processing strategy, expanded in the smoke testing coverage for back in the web. Again, we didn't cover all, but we have to expand it, integrate payment functionality into mobile in the web platforms. There is UI updates and on admin plans panels. So we'll do the unit test on that also. The other is there is a MongoDB Atlas down issue. So we are stuck for that cause of in the Middle East AWS server is not working. I think for that reason we're gonna fix that. Our next plan we're gonna be implement or fix the MongoDB issue. So the other is implement admin approval workflow and the hospital registration in the backend. This is from HakimHub update. Thank you.
Thank you, David, for HakimHub updates. Let's continue with Bazar, which is going to be presented by Fakre Selassie.
Okay, thank you. Hello, team. This week, we started having a review session with Emre, where we went over our progress. Based on that, we worked on fixing the UI UX comments to improve the overall experience. On the backend side, we added dependable to help manage dependencies, and then moved on to testing or deployment and sharing authentication with the front-end team. We also expanded our work by adding more organization-related endpoints. On the mobile side, we focused on improving the app design, and alongside that, we set up Firebase for the Flutter project. For the next steps for the coming week, we will start by finishing the CRUD operations for organization endpoints. After that, we plan to connect the organization and store features to make them work together. We will also add admin user endpoints to support management features. On the mobile side, we will continue building core functionalities and have another review session with Emre to refine the design. Finally, we will set up the mobile CI/CD using GitHub Actions to improve our workflow. These are our wins and plans. If you have any question, I'm happy to answer.
So thank you for the update. Next, there is conclusive remarks by Emery.
Thank you very much, Alan. So team, what a journey it has been. A2SV didn't start today. A2SV didn't start last year. A2SV did not start even 5 years back. It was before COVID. It has been some time. I landed in Africa with the intention of staying 3 to 6 months, proving to the world that talent is everywhere, but the opportunity is not. Showing to the world that African talent, when given the opportunity and access to high quality education, can achieve things that are beyond their imagination. And fast forward 7 years, we have 7th generation education. I believe we have proved this systematically. We have touched the lives of more than 1,700 people, including 7th generation. I was making some updates to the A2SV.org website, in which I went through the numbers from the impact report. And this is impact on real people, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we have patience to listen to me until 1,700 something? Don't worry, I don't have patience to count to that point. But these are all real people. Many people in this organization, including myself, have benefited from standing with each other, doing great things, believing in the power of education and technology. And this passion doesn't go anywhere. We still have that passion. And this is life. We face with some challenges, we adapt. At the same time, when it is enough, it is enough. Still, there is a month. Today is April 3. We still have some time. We are going to see what is next. But as I said earlier, the point that we have arrived now, we no longer have the financials to continue operations. I hope this is going to be heard by some people who are in the position of making something. If not, this was an excellent journey. I believe everybody who has been part of it learned a lot, and which mattered the most for a tech academy and incubator. Thank you for your support, your time, your energy, and your contributions for building a sustainable tech ecosystem in Africa. This mission is not going to end there. It may change size, form, but definitely it didn't die, and it will never die until we die. Now we can proceed to the quote of the day, Alan. So today's quote comes from Winston Churchill, legendary Prime Minister of UK during the wartime. And he said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." And I believe this team has the courage to continue, and that will count. Thank you very much, team. Please enjoy your weekend, and see you next week.